Welcome abroad, Haron. It's nice to meet you again, buddy. How you keeping since we last spoke?
I'm doing good, John. How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm busy. You know yourself. A busy bee,
Okay.
but I like being busy. Being busy is good, man. It's good. It's good for my mindset, you know. Constantly learning. You know yourself, constantly learning. Um, and yeah, all is good on my end. How long are you with us now, Haron?
So I joined last month in May, and so it would be about 50 days in, I would
50
say.
days
Yeah.
in. Nice. And you started off appointment setting. You're now triaging, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So now
Okay.
I'm triaging my own calls, sometimes other people's calls. So things pick up real fast here. Yeah.
And how long were you setting before we actually chose you to become a triager?
About a month, and
About a
then I
month.
was and then I was calling in at the same time.
Yeah.
Um, So I'm mainly focused on calling more than setting. So I was calling, and then I went to triaging for a bit, and then this month I'm starting to focus on triaging my own calls. That way I
That
can.
was that was a you were brought into triaging very quickly. Obviously, we identified, the skill inside of you, Um, triaging already after only being with us a month is really good. So and how is the triaging going for you?
It's pretty smooth. I would say triaging my own calls is actually a lot smoother because when you're with a potential client on the
Yeah,
phone for a good 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's just a smoother transition to telling them, hey, let's get
nice.
on a Zoom call so we can explain it a little bit further. That
Yeah,
way they are already talking to you, they trust you, and it's a smooth transition.
fantastic. So, there is going to be people listening to your testimonial, probably on our website, or on some social media platform, Haron. Um, what would you what would you say from an outsider's perspective, somebody that wants to get into appointment setting, somebody wants to get into triaging? Um, you were only appointment setting a month and now you're triaging, which is fantastic. Um, what have you made? What have you brought in? Do you know what you brought in revenue wise into the company in your first month?
Yeah, so in May 2024, that was my first month essentially, and then I brought in around 30K in revenue for the company.
Your first month.
First month, yeah, and that's only on 8 deals. So, I mean, even with all the responsibilities and the setbacks that I had and personally, I
Yeah,
was still like 8 deals closed, and that alone racked around 30K. So you can do the math on other things, and
30K.
that's only with like the caller's commission, which is only like 5%. It's even more if you do the triaging, and it's double that if you combine both. And yeah, it was basically 30K in revenue for the entire company.
That's fantastic. So, you're actually, if you have the opportunity to book the call, to become the setter, um, and triage them, you're earning 5% plus 10% because you booked the call and you triage the call. So you're earning double commissions, correct?
At that point, yeah, because it's your at
Fantastic.
that point you're with your client from booking them all the way into triaging them. So you stay with them.
Dude, that's pretty good for your first month.
It's, I mean,
That's
you guys set up a pretty good system. You gave me everything. You gave me
yeah,
all the videos. You gave me all the material. The coaching was good. Everything was direct, on time. A handful of help, and then
yeah.
and I was stuck anytime I needed help. You guys were just like on it like that. You guys got a handful of coaches and employees, or handful of coaches and team members that are always there on the help. So thanks to you guys.
Fantastic. That's great to hear.
Mhm.
For what was your industry before you got into appointment setting?
So not much. I mean, I was just working with my family's restaurant that we
Yeah.
opened up.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and then I
And
was also, and then I was also like studying
yeah,
a different program as well in terms of high ticket sales. So that's how I got to like you guys as well.
Fantastic. And for anybody out there that's working in a restaurant or, working on a farm, we had a lady named Haley that joined, and she works on a farm. She's got her own farm business, her own family business. For anybody that's out there that's doing completely something different to nothing to working online, I guess one of the biggest fears is that people make these days is, oh, what's going to be the right investment? What's going to be the first step? And they end up never deciding, and they end up living with regret. What piece of advice could you give to anybody, that wants to make the first step into appointment setting? That are probably, doubting themselves, or are just scared. Let's say someone wanted to join our team today. Would what would be your first piece of advice for them, Haron?
Well, my first piece of advice would be, take the first step, obviously.
Okay.
You don't have to see the whole road, you don't have to see the whole staircase.
Yeah.
If you see the first step, if you see the next step, take it and then, repeat the pattern.
Mm.
Uh, Before you know it, you're all the way on the top. But most importantly, don't try to do everything yourself
Yeah.
because you're limited on knowledge, resources, connections. Those are all limited if you're starting out. Instead, if you join a community or a team or a company, or even connect with people, even if it is investing with them,
Yeah.
because there's value is tied with money, and if you want to increase your value in life and skills, you're gonna have to invest. But it's a better investment. It has a bigger ROI, has a bigger return on investment in the future. So surround yourself with people that you want to be like. So if you're wanting to, earn income online, working on
Yeah.
your phone, laptop, you want to set your own hours, you want flexibility, you
Yeah.
want time freedom, you want location freedom, you want to earn the same amount or more income that you earn on a monthly basis with your regular job, then join a community. And this would be a great first step because it's very beginner friendly.
Fantastic, Aaron. You couldn't have said it better. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you double your revenue in the coming months and kill it and crush it. Okay.
One last thing I wanted to add is to like emphasize on remote work. I'm actually in Germany right now, and I'm also able to like work. I can come in a couple hours a day, a couple phone calls, maybe one or two meetings,
Yeah.
and I'm still at my vacation spot. So even on vacation, I'm still trying to be productive, you know?
It's great. I mean, you decide your own hours. We provide you with the warm leads that are already interested. You book the call, we close the deal, you earn commissions, and that's the great thing about it. You can do as many out, you can do part-time, you can do full-time. And fantastic. It's great to see you prospering, still with us, still positive, still making money. And thanks for hopping on this call, Haron. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck with everything. And I will see you on the inside, buddy. Okay?
Appreciate it, John. Thanks to
Been a
you too.
pleasure.